Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification cast this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 1 vs 1 on Fatamorga. But on the other side, as the Steel Legion, we've got Anibus. Opposed to the side, as the Tau Empire, we've got Third Levi. Third Levi will be opening up with triple stealth suit teams, a aircraft builder, as well as the Tau Barracks. And Anibus is going to go for triple legionaries, a pioneer squad, relay station, and a generator plant. Now this is quite an uphill battle for the Steel Legion. The Tau Empire, I mean, especially when they go for their barracks, and I imagine a whole fistful of Fire Warriors will be quite a nuisance for the Steel Legion. As, I mean, yeah, the Fire Warriors, they outrange them, they outdamage them. Even with the grenade launchers, I think they're going to struggle a little bit in a firefight with them. So they'll need to think outside the box if they want to bring the thunder and bring the pain to the blueberries down on the southern side. And maybe a quick take up into some vehicles, that might work. But that being said, the Tau also have their stealth suit teams have quite remarkable access to anti-vehicle stuff. But we'll go on to the Tau side of things so we can see where the stealth suit teams are. Capturing the fairest and farthest before their nearest and dearest as they so choose to go about their business. I'm going to go for Stealth Burst Cannon Enhancement, which is not a normal thing that you see. That will drastically increase the amount of damage that the stealth suit team can have. You don't normally see them do things like this against factions like Space Marines, something like that, because their infantry is a little bit thicker and more chunky in the health department. But against lightly armoured infantry like legionaries, it's not actually a terrible idea. Well, I mean, it does mean that you'll have to then invest more into your stealth suit teams. That's 65 blue a pop. They are not cheap whatsoever. So that's probably why you also don't see them very often neither. Legionaries going straight for the central critical location. They know he's here. They can smell him, but they can't exactly do anything about him. Not until they get some infiltration detection, which will be a bit of a problem for them. That's alright, they could just, you know, be there. Be there watching and waiting. At the moment, no major aggression going on. Everyone just capturing their bits and bobs. Relics on either side in favour for their respective teams, or their factions even. And the stealth suits opening fire on the legionaries, even with the upgrade. I mean, has the upgrade popped yet? Yeah, the upgrade has popped. And so, well, it doesn't do an amazing amount of damage because there's only one of them. But once you get about 4 or 5 of them together, that's when the pain will start to come in. All legionaries are going to come over, but they can't do anything. You can't see them. Just going to stand there. Oh, right. Well, that's one way to do it. Throw a grenade at them. Ha! Fair enough. Ah, throw another one at him. Take that. Sadly, they'll have to wait a little while longer to regen those grenades. But you know what? Let's give them a warning shot. Don't come anywhere near us. We can't fire at you directly, but we do have indirect fire. They also have access to grenade launchers, which can let them attack the ground. So maybe those grenade launchers will come in handy. Oh, also a cheeky transfer turret placed in betwixt these points here, which will defend both of them, as well as allow them to spot these stealth suit teams. One model goes down, which, like we say, quite expensive. The Fire Warriors also at 70 blue, very expensive themselves, in comparison to Legionaries, which are 20. So you can fit basically 4 Legionaries inside 1 Fire Warrior, although please don't make fan art of that. That's poor phrasing right there. But you know what I mean in economic terms. So that means the Fire Warriors have to be very careful with their positioning. Love the use of these stealth suit teams, not firing at anyone. They're on ceasefire, but they're basically there to act as additional vision for the Fire Warriors. A quick 90-degree turnaround to open fire on Legionaries. Do have 1 grenade launcher in each of their squads. In each of their squads, going to go for a second one in this southernmost one as well. That's not a bad idea. Legionaries looking like they're poised for an attack, and there we go, attacking the ground. Kills 1 stealth suit team right out flat. But now that there's enough of them moving forward, Fire Warriors providing some firing support. It's a game of cat and mouse. Another grenade comes in, only gets 1 of them there. We'll fall back, trying to bait them towards the Triton's turret, but the stealth suits know a little bit better than that. Do have 1 squad Legionaries on the flanks. No grenade launchers on them, but they charge in a flanking manoeuvre, bayonet style. That will give these guys a little bit of opportunity to open fire. That's exactly what they plan to do. Stealth suits focusing on listening post. 1 beautiful grenade right in the middle of those Fire Warriors. Grenade launch now going on to these guys. That's one good thing about the Steel Legion with their grenade launchers. Fire Warriors, once these guys get within range, knocking these lads around, they won't be able to fire at them. But that still doesn't stop the stealth suit teams going about their foul and wicked business. Listing post just being peppered away by these guys. One squad of legionaries trying to come in, but they can't do anything. Need some infiltration detection. Is it the Commissar that can see infiltrated units in the Steel Legion thing? I think it might be. Well, he's going to build up a legionary barracks, which will allow him to get one. Oh, go on, just attack the ground. They're there. Oh no, the stealth teams have killed the grenade launchers. Oh, that's very unfortunate. You can see what Anibus was trying there, but you can't do it if they've killed the grenade launchers. We do now have a Tetra Scout. You in tier 2? You are in tier 2. So that's why these Piranha Skimmers and the Scouts are coming out. Lightly armoured vehicles. Vehicles nonetheless. Doing the old marker-like drone on them to spot them, and they die pretty quickly. And what seemed like a really strong position for the Steel Legion, it's now fallen afoul. Pioneer Squad attempting to repair the listing post as it upgrades itself. More grenades thrown in the middle. And the Steel Legion come back on over. Here comes a Commissar with his keen eye, spotting Xenos. The Fire Warriors don't really care about him. Stealth suits can just fly away, minding their own business. The Fire Warriors taking care of the lightly armoured infantry. Commissar having a bit of a gunfight with anyone who's near him. Also, a Piranha Skimmer just skims across the battlefield. There's two of them here. Thankfully, the Charge Turret has upgraded itself with a las gun. I mean, you're in tier 2 then? I assume so. So I will explain this, dude. You've also got a heavy bolter support squad ready to take on any lightly armoured infantry they come across. Thankfully, the grenade launchers helped them kill this Piranha Skimmer, but there's another one that comes straight on over. And a squad wipe soon to follow. But small arms fire is able to take on these Piranha Skimmers, no trouble whatsoever. Listing post is down. Another one soon to follow. Stealth suits with their fusion blasters and a Chasseur as well. Tell them to do some more economic damage. There's another Commissar to do what he can. It's not looking good for Steel Legion whatsoever. Stealth suits jumping on over, attempting to take care of this Tranche Turret. If they can take it down, this will give these lads a bit more of an opportunity to come on forward, but only one squad jumping over at a time. If it was all of them at once, I might have done it, but Steel Legion deciding to turn their attention to them. Also, that heavy bolter support squad there, taking care of those stealth suits. Remarkable fury. Tries to also annihilating those skimmers as well. So against all odds, I mean, the tower should have had it there, but poor prioritisation of targets there might have turned the tide. Give some stormtroopers. Powerful hot gun las guns they can throw about. Also grenades. Because why not? Always have more grenades, I say. Almost get a squad wipe on those lads. Here's the Commissar, surrounded by these Fire Warriors who are attempting to take him on. One mad lad with a sword. Can't stop him. Give him the old stabberoonies. When he goes down, almost ragdolling actually. His little Frycore coat. But just this one mad lad with a singular heavy bolter. Oh, sorry, there's two of them. There's two lads. Best friends, working together in tandem. The Fire Warriors are not quite sure what they're meant to do here. Got more grenade launchers. It probably makes sense just to continue to lay siege on this side. I mean, there's a lot of gubbins that they can go for, but now two... Oh, you've got a heavy bolter support squad and a mortar support squad. So a little bit of infantry-esque artillery going on there. And yeah, with I mean, no support. What are the Fire Warriors going to do? Can't get close enough to do any damage. Don't have anyone to tie any of these guys up at the moment. The vehicular stuff has gone the way of the dinosaur. Current economy is 86 and 30 compared to 98 and 20. Steel Legion do a mighty fine job at keeping their economy on the go, but Commissar is dead quite quickly.
Give us an mission profile, sir.
Unable to spot these stealth suit teams neither on that side. The Fire Warriors, well, yeah, may as well come around this side. They've almost already killed this listing post. And a mass of plasma fire will take out the building relatively quickly. But the flanking support squads, huge explosions, knocking these guys down. Not sure if capping the strategic point is a good idea here. They could have probably taken that listening post down if all of the fire warriors were focusing on it, but now losing a fair few of their number. Stormtroopers coming over to give them the business. They say no thank you, business is closed today. One squad attempting to turn around and get a few pot shots off at them. And they will win this firefight if they all combine their arms, but not worth it. Pioneer squad almost dead. Stealth suit trying to take on the listing post, but not quite being able to get it offline. And do the Steel Legion need to move out at the moment? Probably not, actually. They've got their tier 2, they've got their economy, they could just sit back at home and tech up, and that is not what the town wants them to do. The Steel Legion have a remarkable array of vehicles and heroes that they have access to later on in the game, which will make them an unstoppable behemoth in comparison to what the town could bring. Pardon me. Really too exciting for my throat to handle. Another poor bit of phrasing right there, but there we go. Got one singular Tetra Scout in the middle. As the Steel Legion make their way into the centre from multiple angles. It's got one lone commissar in the distance just inspecting the structures. They'll attempt to get a decap on that critical location, but probably not the wise thing for them to do. Here comes the cavalry there. And they've got the Lieutenant Colonel going for a couple of Ogryn bodyguard. That's the close combat support that they want and need, just to keep those fire warriors on the move. We do have one poor squad of stealth suits. Will jump away. But actually, a couple of them being blasted just as they go over the mountain as they come. So very nice stuff. Off in the distance there, a Barracuda. And that's probably what you want. Able to outmaneuver the Steel Legion in many ways. Good at killing infantry, vehicles and buildings. So you want to keep the Steel Legion at home. That's definitely the way forward. And they're not the most expensive things, if memory serves. A Devilfish troop carrier as well. Not a bad idea. Pioneers being the main target of the Barracuda, just prevent them from building up the tank factory. And just narrowly avoiding it being constructed. They're going to build up another one there. Ah, that's how we stop them. Might be able to stop us building up one, but can you stop us building up two? We'll cancel that one, which will regain their money. Barracuda does what they can. Ogryn bodyguard attempts to make their way into the base, but fire warriors being able to pick guys off as they attempt to run away. Devilfish troop carrier with a lot of firepower incoming. One Ogryn bodyguard goes down. And because of the speed of these vehicles, they can just continuously fire at these guys as they run away. Barracuda is still in the base. It's not quite killed this listing post. All these pioneers knocking around. Tank factory is finished, and a Armageddon pattern sentinel has spawned. I assume we're going to go for an autocannon of some description, just to help you take on those flying vehicles. Now the tower back again on the offensive. A lot of fire warriors. Also got a Pathfinder team as well, just for that increased vision. Whole bunch of stormtroopers have gone down. So have the stealth suits. Now it's just fire warriors on the field at the moment, and with the Ogryns coming in to bonk them over the chops, that does give these guys a little bit more leeway to open fire. And that was a fairly decent push from the tower, but almost casually swatted away by the Steel Legion. Sentinel finally getting his autocannon. We're going to see a second Sentinel as well. They don't have much money. They've been spending it all on trying to build up their infantry. And with these guys costing 150 blue and 100 green, it's not the most expensive thing for them to go for. But got to bear in mind as well that their upgrade for an autocannon is also 50 and 25. So realistically that makes them 200 and 125. There we go, bit of maths. I could count on the rare occasion. Barracuda's coming back for a little bit of field repairs. Very nice to see. Always got to make sure that you do a bit of recycling. Warhammer 40k universe going green by, I don't know, 43 or something. Yes, Steel Legion don't want to leave base. The Tau still have a little bit of firepower that they can't quite handle just yet. As we saw earlier on, if the Tau managed to get the upper hand on them, all the way of them running back home to base, they can just have a Barracuda flying on top of them, shooting them down. They've now got 3 Armageddon pattern Sentinels, which will definitely be an issue for the Barracudas, but should be a huge issue. If they're able to get a couple themselves, they could burst down a Sentinel, no dramas whatsoever. But while they're trying to blast down their Sentinels, the massive infantry will be unmolested. Also gone for a whole bunch of plasma rifles, which, with the Tau being heavy infantry, will suffer extra damage to that. You'll have a couple of Fire Warrior squads over on this side there, making fresh work on this listing post. So a couple of assaults going either side. Tau can't hold this army back, but the Steel Legion might be conscientious, or not conscientious, that's a completely different word, conscious of what's going on inside the base. Barracuda's going to take care of the rest of the fire factory, or the tank factory even. As the Fire Warriors losing actually fair few units in this, or fair few models in this unit. Steel Legion just giving no shades of care because of broadside battlesuit. More questions about this. I've seen a lot of games recently where broadside battlesuit's been brought into a battle. I don't think this is the answer. Some breaches are probably what you want. Getting close, knock people back with the shotguns. These, oh, where am I going? Just clicked on that little symbol there. Yeah, and another broadside battlesuit. Yeah, okay, you can kill the Armageddon Pattern Sentinels, but that's what your Barracudas can do. Just bring these guys back. Flank them around the side, and just pop them until they can't stand any longer. You've now got half your army over here, which, yes, you have managed to kill the listing post, but you've also lost 2 of your own, and soon to lose your vehicle beacon as well. Broadside battlesuit's been killed. And question, where's the Tau commander been this entire game? He would have been a mighty fine asset to the Tau roster here. I suppose just spending it all on getting extra Tau Fire Warriors out. We're now seeing a Vox officer in the mix. Plasma generators go down. Path to Enlightenment soon to be a target as well. 1 Barracuda also dead. Should probably wait for the Fire Warriors to get involved. Now the Fire Warriors are over here. There's more fighting forces down here. I mean, where do you mass all your Fire Warriors up and try and go in for one big push, or do you try and go for this quasi-flanking manoeuvre that it seems Third Levi is going for? He's not feeling all that confident sending his boys in. Well, he needs to do something at some point. Path to Enlightenment is about to go down. Third Levi says GG, but according to my replay time, there's plenty more time to go. Unless that's a preemptive one. We're trying to throw his opponent off. Here comes some flanking Fire Warriors. It seems that they're getting a couple of shots on the Sentinel, but they definitely want to be focusing on the infantry and let that Barracuda do what it can to the vehicles. The Steel Legion are backed into a corner here, but this is certainly a corner that they can absolutely fight their way out of. There was another broadside battlesuit. Why? For why, Third Levi? These are not your saving grace, young man. Or maybe they are. I mean, that's 1 Sentinel dead. A couple of Fire Warriors left over. Barracuda still standing strong with green health and 3 people to repair it. Are they able to pull it back? Now being knocked back into tier 2. Do you have the money for it? You do not have a lot of money, in all fairness. We'll be able to take upon the back of this as the Steel Legion fall back. Not too keen on sticking around. Whatever reason, could just probably keep up the pressure, but they've done the damage. So may as well go home a little bit. Or are they just pulling the Tau out of their safety net? They're going to turn around and finish him off. Lieutenant Colonel on the cusp of death. And there he goes. Ogre and Bodyguard not quite fulfilling their duty there. And through minimum firing arms, the tower are managing to push the Steel Legion back somehow. For how and for why? Steel Legion just being a little bit too cautious in my opinion. Ogre Bodyguard's going to ride in solo as the Steel Legion go around the other side. Maybe if they could distract them all over here. And these guys come over and finish off the remaining listing posts. Tower currently don't have much in the way of maneuverability to get over, apart from that Barracuda. Here we are, listing post on the left-hand side. He's being shot at. Also got some horses in the distance. Death and Sadness brought to that listing post. Barracuda thinking it could go in. Got a couple of sentinels to keep it on the back foot. And Fair Levi says, no, there's no point. You know what? You've taken my economy out. There's not much else I can do. So what an absolute stellar defense from the Steel Legion there. Able to hold the tower back with a bare minimum of stuff. I mean, they have some grenade launchers and some frag grenades to sort out those stealth suit teams. Really like the idea of the stealth suit teams. Shame that we didn't see them being used all that much later on in the game. If you're having trouble with sentinels or other vehicles, stealth suits are never a bad idea. But I much preferred those Barracudas. I think more Barracudas would have been the better idea rather than transitioning into those XV8 broadside battlesuits. Really think that a lot of players, as of late, have been using these guys in not the most ideal kinds of situations, really. You want to be using these guys if you've got plenty of support and you've not got much of a chance of falling back, because these guys, in a retreating posture, are always guaranteed to be taken out. And that would have then potentially given you some counter-offensive stuff. When you eventually pushed out those Steel Legions, if you had maybe 3 or 4 Barracudas, you could have then gone on the offensive a lot more quicker. But there we go, such is the way of the game. So cheers, boys and girls, for watching at home. And if you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you once a game a week, and there's also Discord, where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. Mine's been Mr. Landshark, pleasure as always, never short. Now see you in a bit. Peace.